Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked through an old coin collection and wondered whether one small 5-cent coin could be worth an incredible fortune? Today, we're taking a close look at the fascinating coins. Coin number 1. The 1953 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark in very fine condition. Some collectors have claimed that certain rare examples of this coin have reached astonishing prices, with exceptional specimens and rare error varieties reportedly selling for as much as $209, while an ordinary 1,953 Jefferson nickel is generally worth only a small amount. Extremely rare coins with unique characteristics, outstanding preservation, or significant minting errors can attract serious attention from collectors. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about this historic American coin, including its history, design, mint mark, grading, rarity, and the features that could make it exceptionally valuable. The Jefferson nickel has been an important part of American coinage since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The front of the coin features Jefferson's portrait, while the reverse displays his famous Virginia estate, Monticello. By 1953, America was experiencing rapid economic growth after World War II, and millions of Jefferson nickels entered circulation, becoming part of everyday life for Americans. Today, these coins remind collectors of an important period in United States history. One of the first things collectors examine is the mint mark. A 1953 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During that year, Philadelphia produced more than 46 million Jefferson nickels without any mint mark, making them common in circulated grades. However, condition plays a major role in determining value. Most surviving coins have heavy wear from decades of circulation, while attractive, well-preserved examples are much harder to find. The coin's specifications are straightforward but important for authentication. The 1953 Jefferson nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge. Unlike wartime nickels produced between 1942 and 1945, this coin contains no silver. Collectors often verify these measurements to ensure the coin has not been altered or counterfeited. Now let's discuss what very fine condition means. A very fine Jefferson nickel still shows moderate wear from circulation, but most important design details remain visible. Jefferson's hair retains noticeable detail, his facial features are well defined, and many architectural details of Monticello remain clear. The lettering and date should be bold and easy to read. A very fine coin is significantly more attractive than heavily worn examples and appeals to collectors who want attractive historic coins without paying premium mint state prices. The famous full steps designation deserves special attention. On the reverse of the Jefferson nickel, Monticello features a staircase. Most coins show weak or incomplete steps because of the way they were struck. Coins displaying 5 or 6 complete, uninterrupted steps are extremely difficult to find and are highly sought after. The combination of full steps, superb preservation, and professional certification can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a major collectible worth thousands of dollars. Minting errors are another reason collectors become excited about older Jefferson nickels. Errors may include doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, repunched mint marks on other years, or other unusual production mistakes. Since the Philadelphia coin has no mint mark, collectors instead focus on strike quality and error varieties. Every unusual feature should be carefully examined and professionally authenticated before assuming it has significant value. Authentication is one of the most important steps in the coin collecting hobby. Before believing any extremely high valuation, collectors should have their coin examined by respected third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Professional grading confirms authenticity, determines the exact condition, and provides confidence for buyers and sellers. Certified coins generally command much stronger prices than raw coins because the grade has been independently verified. If you own a 1953 Jefferson nickel, examine it carefully under bright lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for sharp details, Complete steps on Monticello, unusual doubling in the lettering or date, attractive original surfaces, and any unusual minting characteristics. Never clean the coin, as cleaning can permanently damage its surface and reduce its value. Even a gentle cleaning can remove the original finish that collectors prize. Coin collecting continues to grow in popularity because every coin tells a story. The 1953 Jefferson Nickel represents America's post-war prosperity, the craftsmanship of the United States Mint, and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. While most examples are common, the search for extraordinary specimens keeps collectors searching through old collections, inherited coin albums, estate sales, and even pocket change. In conclusion, the 1953 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark in very fine condition is a fascinating collectible that deserves a place in every American coin collection. Although ordinary examples are generally modest in value, exceptionally rare error coins or superb certified examples with outstanding strike quality can command remarkable prices in the numismatic market. Every old nickel is worth examining carefully because you never know when a hidden rarity could be waiting to be discovered. Coin number 2. We're exploring one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, the 1963 Jefferson Nickel with the Denver D mint mark in black condition. We'll discuss its history, unique design, minting process, rarity, grading, valuable varieties, and why some extraordinary examples have captured the attention of collectors around the world. Stay with us until the end, because you might have a hidden treasure sitting in an old coin jar or family collection. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The United States Mint selected a design honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, whose artwork continues to appear on one of America's most recognizable coins. For decades, Jefferson Nickels circulated through millions of American hands, quietly becoming part of everyday life while also creating exciting opportunities for future collectors. The 1963 with D Jefferson Nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located to the right of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. During 1963, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson Nickels for circulation. Most entered everyday's commerce, where they were used to buy groceries, newspapers, gasoline, and countless other items. Because of this heavy circulation, many surviving examples today show significant wear, making attractive specimens much more desirable to collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design of this historic coin. On the obverse, you'll find a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, surrounded by the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1963. The Jefferson's portrait reflects the dignity and leadership of one of America's founding fathers. On the reverse, you'll see the famous Monticello estate located in Charlottesville, Virginia. Above the building appears the word Monticello, while below are the inscriptions 5 cents and United States of America. Just to the right of Monticello is the small D mint mark, confirming that this coin was produced in Denver. The Jefferson Nickel has very specific physical characteristics that collectors use to verify authenticity. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and features a smooth edge. These specifications have remained remarkably consistent over many decades, making it easier for experts to identify altered or counterfeit coins. Now let's discuss the condition mentioned in this video, black condition. Among collectors, this term is often used informally to describe a coin with very dark toning or black surfaces caused by decades of natural oxidation and environmental exposure. Natural toning can sometimes create attractive colors and unique appearances that collectors appreciate. However, black surfaces can also result from improper storage or chemical reactions. The most important factor is determining whether the toning is natural and whether the underlying surfaces remain undamaged. Professional grading services carefully evaluate these characteristics before assigning a final grade. Many viewers are wondering whether a 1963 with D Jefferson Nickel could truly be worth $218. The answer is that ordinary circulated examples generally sell for only modest amounts. However, the coin market occasionally rewards truly exceptional specimens with extraordinary prices. Coins that combine flawless preservation, rare minting errors, outstanding strike quality, beautiful original surfaces, and professional certification can command dramatic premiums at major auctions. These extraordinary examples are incredibly scarce compared with the millions of ordinary nickels that were produced. One feature collectors pay close attention to is the famous full steps designation. On the reverse of the Jefferson nickel, the steps leading up to Monticello are often weak because of strike quality during the minting process. If all the steps are sharply struck and completely visible without interruptions, the coin may qualify for the highly desirable full steps designation. Collectors compete aggressively for full steps Jefferson Nickels because they represent the very best examples of the series. A coin with full steps, exceptional eye appeal, and a high mint state grade can become one of the most valuable Jefferson Nickels from its year. Mint errors also play a significant role in determining value. Some rare Jefferson Nickels feature doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die clashes, or other unusual production errors. These mistakes occurred during the manufacturing process and create one-of-a-kind collectibles. Because every error is different, collectors often pay substantial premiums for dramatic and well-preserved examples. If you notice unusual lettering, doubling, or striking abnormalities on your 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel, it could be worthwhile to have the coin professionally evaluated. Professional grading is essential when dealing with potentially valuable coins. Organizations such as PCGS and NGC authenticate coins, assign precise grades, and encapsulate them in protective holders. A professionally graded coin gives buyers confidence and often sells for significantly higher prices than an uncertified example. Before assuming that any coin is worth thousands of dollars, collectors should always seek expert authentication. If you own a 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel, begin by examining it under bright lighting with a magnifying glass. Check the date, verify the Denver mint mark, inspect Jefferson's portrait for sharp details, and carefully study the steps of Monticello. Look for unusual doubling, striking errors, or attractive original surfaces. Most importantly, never clean the coin. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and dramatically reduce its collector value. Even if a coin appears dark or tarnished, experienced collectors usually prefer original surfaces over cleaned ones. The Jefferson Nickel series remains one of the most popular areas of American coin collecting because it combines history, affordability, and the excitement of discovering rare varieties. Every year, collectors search through old collections, bank rolls, estate sales, flea markets, and inherited coin albums, hoping to uncover a valuable rarity. While most coins are common, the possibility of finding an exceptional example keeps the hobby exciting for beginners and experienced numismatists alike. The year 1963 also holds historical significance in the United States. It was a period of economic growth, scientific advancement, and major national events. Every Jefferson nickel minted during that year serves as a small piece of American history, silently witnessing one of the most memorable years of the 20th century. Holding one of these coins today is like holding a tangible connection to that remarkable era. Coin number 3. We're taking a deep dive into the 1991 Jefferson nickel with the Denver D mint mark in very fine condition. Some collectors have reported exceptionally rare examples reaching astonishing values, with certain extraordinary specimens associated with a market value of $109.00. In this video, we'll explore the history of the coin, its design, mintage, condition, rare varieties, valuable errors, grading, and the features that could make one of these coins truly special. Make sure to watch until the end because you may have one of these coins hiding in your collection. The Jefferson nickel has been one of the most recognizable coins in American history since 1938. It replaced the famous Buffalo nickel and was designed by talented sculptor Felix Schlag. The coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. For decades, Jefferson nickels have circulated through the American economy. witnessing generations of history while remaining one of the nation's most widely collected coins. The 1991 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The small D located on the reverse of the coin identifies its place of manufacture. During 1991, the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Jefferson Nickels to meet the country's demand for circulation coins. Because such a large number were produced, most examples remain common today. However, collectors know that rarity is not always determined by mintage alone. Condition, strike quality, mint errors, and preservation can dramatically influence a coin's desirability and value. The design of the 1991 with AD Jefferson Nickel remains faithful to the classic artwork introduced in 1938. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1991. The reverse displays Jefferson's historic Virginia home, Monticello, one of America's most famous landmarks. Above the building appears the word Monticello, while below are the inscriptions 5 cents and United States of America. The small D mint mark appears beside Monticello, confirming that the coin was struck in Denver. Like all modern Jefferson Nickels, the 1991 with D coin is made from 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge. These specifications help collectors verify authenticity and distinguish genuine coins from altered or counterfeit examples. Any significant difference in weight or size should be carefully investigated before assuming the coin is genuine. Now let's discuss what very fine condition means. A Jefferson nickel graded very fine has experienced moderate circulation but still retains strong overall detail. Jefferson's portrait remains clear, much of the hair detail is visible, and the lettering is bold and complete. On the reverse, Monticello remains well defined, although some architectural details and the steps may show wear. Very fine coins are attractive to collectors because they balance affordability with historical character, making them ideal additions to many collections. One of the most desirable characteristics on Jefferson Nickels is the full steps designation. On the reverse of this coin, the staircase leading to Monticello often lacks complete detail because of weak strikes during production. When all the steps are sharply struck and fully visible without interruptions, the coin may qualify for the prestigious full steps designation. Such coins are considerably scarcer than ordinary examples and are especially prized by collectors building high-quality Jefferson nickel sets. Mint errors are another exciting area of coin collecting. Although the 1991 with D Jefferson Nickel was mass-produced, a small number escaped the mint with unusual production mistakes. These errors may include doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, misaligned dies, or other striking abnormalities. Because mint errors occur accidentally, each one is unique, adding excitement and value for collectors. A dramatic error combined with outstanding preservation can significantly increase a coin's desirability. Professional grading plays a critical role in determining a coin's market value. Organizations such as PCGS and NGC authenticate coins, assign precise grades, and encapsulate them in tamper-resistant holders. Certified coins are trusted by buyers around the world because their authenticity and condition have been independently verified. If you believe your 1991D Jefferson Nickel may possess unusual features, professional grading is one of the most important investments you can make. If you own a 1991 with D Jefferson Nickel, begin by examining it carefully under bright lighting with a magnifying glass. Confirm the date and the Denver mint mark. Inspect Jefferson's portrait for sharp detail and carefully examine the reverse for complete steps on Monticello. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, die cracks, off-center strikes, or other production anomalies. Above all, never clean your coin. Cleaning removes the original surface and often reduces a coin's collector value, even if the coin appears brighter afterward. The Jefferson Nickel series remains one of America's most popular coin collections because it offers something for everyone. Beginners appreciate the affordability of circulated examples, while advanced collectors search for full steps coins, spectacular mint errors, and exceptionally preserved specimens. Every old nickel has the potential to tell a fascinating story about American history, craftsmanship, and the evolution of United States coinage. The year 1991 also represents an interesting period in American history. It was a time of technological progress, economic change, and important world events. Every Jefferson nickel minted during that year quietly passed through countless hands, serving everyday Americans in ordinary transactions. Today, these same coins have become historical artifacts that connect collectors with the recent past. Coin number 4. The fascinating story of the 1986 Jefferson Nickel with the Philadelphia P mint mark in green condition. We'll discuss its history, design, mint mark, condition, rarity, valuable errors, grading, and the special characteristics that can make some examples highly desirable to collectors. So stay with us until the end, because you might discover that an old nickel sitting in your collection deserves a much closer look. The Jefferson Nickel has been one of America's most recognizable coins since 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, whose artwork honored Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. For nearly a century, Jefferson Nickels have served Americans in everyday commerce, while quietly becoming one of the most collected coin series in the United States. The 1986 Jefferson Nickel with the P mint mark was struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint. Before 1979, Philadelphia nickels normally carried no mint mark, but by 1986, the Philadelphia Mint placed the small P mint mark on the coin. This tiny letter identifies the coin's place of manufacture and is one of the first details collectors examine. During 1980s, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson Nickels for circulation, making ordinary examples relatively common. However, as every collector knows, rarity depends on much more than mintage alone. Looking closely at the coin's design, the obverse features a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left. Surrounding the portrait are the familiar inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," the date 1986, and the small P mint mark. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, along with the inscriptions "A pluribus unum," Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. This timeless design has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The 1986 Jefferson Nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and features a smooth edge. These official specifications help collectors identify authentic coins and detect alterations or counterfeits. Any noticeable differences in weight, size, or composition should be carefully investigated before a coin is considered genuine. Now let's discuss the unusual description of green condition. In the coin collecting community, this phrase is often used informally to describe a coin that has developed a greenish appearance due to long-term storage, environmental exposure, or natural chemical reactions affecting the copper content beneath the nickel surface. Natural toning can sometimes create beautiful colors that collectors appreciate, while artificial discoloration or corrosion can reduce a coin's value. Professional grading experts carefully examine the surfaces to determine whether the color is natural and whether it enhances or harms the coin's overall appeal. Many viewers are curious whether a 1986 with P Jefferson Nickel could truly be worth $189. The answer depends entirely on the individual coin. Ordinary circulated examples are generally worth only a small premium over face value. However, exceptionally rare specimens can command remarkable prices when they combine several important characteristics, including flawless preservation, rare mint errors, exceptional strike quality, outstanding eye appeal, and professional certification. Only a tiny number of coins possess all these qualities, making them highly desirable among advanced collectors. One of the most important factors collectors look for is the famous full steps designation. On the reverse of every Jefferson nickel, Monticello features a staircase leading to the entrance. Many coins were struck with weak details, causing the steps to appear incomplete. If all the steps are sharply defined and uninterrupted, the coin may qualify for the prestigious full steps designation. Collectors pay significant premiums for these examples because they demonstrate superior striking quality and outstanding preservation. Mint errors also play a major role in determining a coin's value. Even though the 1986 with P Jefferson Nickel was produced in enormous numbers, a small number escaped the mint with fascinating production mistakes. These may include doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, misaligned dies, or other unusual manufacturing errors. Because these mistakes occurred accidentally, every error coin is unique, making them exciting discoveries for collectors and investors alike. Professional grading is one of the most important steps in the world of rare coin collecting. Organizations such as Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, authenticate coins, evaluate their condition, and seal them in protective holders. Certified coins often command much stronger prices because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and grade. If you believe your 1986 with P. Jefferson Nickel has unusual features, professional grading is an excellent investment before attempting to sell it. If you own a 1986 with P. Jefferson Nickel, begin by examining it carefully under bright light using a magnifying glass. Verify the date and the P mint mark, inspect Jefferson's portrait for sharp details, and carefully study the steps of Monticello. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual die cracks, striking errors, or attractive original surfaces. Most importantly, never clean your coin. Cleaning removes the original surface and often lowers its value, even if the coin appears brighter afterward. Experienced collectors almost always prefer original, untouched coins. The Jefferson Nickel series continues to attract collectors because it combines American history, affordability, and the excitement of discovering rare varieties. Millions of people search through bankrolls, estate sales, inherited collections, flea markets, and pocket change, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure. While the majority of 1986 P nickels are common, every coin deserves a careful inspection because valuable surprises occasionally appear where people least expect them. The year 1986 also holds historical importance in the United States. It was a decade of technological innovation, economic growth, and significant cultural change. Every Jefferson nickel produced during that year quietly circulated through countless businesses, homes, and communities, becoming a small but meaningful part of everyday American life. Today, these coins serve as miniature historical artifacts, connecting modern collectors with the recent past. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1986 with P. Jefferson Nickel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos about valuable American coins, hidden mint errors, record-breaking auction results, and amazing pocket change discoveries. Leave a comment below and tell us whether you've ever found an unusual Jefferson nickel in your collection. Until next time, keep searching your coins because your next rare treasure could be hiding in plain sight.